Hello there. I'm going to do a Arteza Real Brush Pen review and kind of give them a shot. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I got these in the mail last week, and so we're going to take a look at them. I also have some other Arteza products, but I'm going to review those differently because I want those to have their own video. So we'll go ahead and take a look at this. This came slightly destroyed, but so I guess I'm just going to pull those out and we will go from there. So they come like this in this box. This is the 48. I believe they also have a 96. I could be wrong, but I will mark that. And then they also have their own water brush, which is really nice. And then they're stacked up, it looks like, in color families, which is nice, which is why it would have been really good for my box to make it. So I'll have to try and find another solution for that, because I really do like the way these are laid out. If I just pull some out, you can see that they all have a name. This one's Grape Purple, A148. This one's Wine Red, A182. So they all have their own name and color number. So that's really nice. I wanted to try these out on some Bristol smooth cardstock because I've been told that that is what works really, really well with these Arteza markers. And I also wanted to try them on this Arteza watercolor paper. Now this is, it says it's expert level. I've never used their watercolor paper before. It is 100% cotton, which is super nice. And it's cold press. Looks like it is, what it says is it's ideal for watercolor techniques and mixed media. And it's 140 pound, and this one has 14 sheets that are 9 by 12 inches. So I'm going to cut some of this down, and then we will work on maybe even doing a little bit of swatching. So I just wanted to see, since these are both Arteza brand, if they would work well together. They may work better with just their watercolors, but we're going to give it a try. So. Okay, so let's go ahead, instead of just using the Bristol Smooth and the Arteza, let's use the Strathmore watercolor paper as well. I think I know how it's going to turn out on the Strathmore, but let's go ahead and take a look at how that will work. So for starters, let's grab one of the markers. Let's just go ahead and grab this. We'll grab this one, which is the Grape Purple. And I like how the brushes have the color at the tip or the end of it. So if you did want to put these in a cup or something like that, because I'm probably going to have to do something similar simply because my box got destroyed. But like if you want to just put them in a cup, this is a small cup, but that way, at least that way you could see the ends of them and make that assumption. So let's start out on the Strathmore. I'll just mark a little. I'll use the watercolor brush that comes with the kit. It works out pretty nicely, actually. I like that. That's good. Okay, now on the Arteza. I like that too. All right, now on the Bristol Smooth. I feel like I'm having to work a little harder to get that to blend a little smoother. And it looks to me like it's almost a little bit like a marker on this one. Which I realize these are markers, but they are brush tip. That's the crux of those. So I don't know if you can tell. I'll just add those up. They all seem to work with a little less effort on the Strathmore and the Arteza. So let's see if we can do a different way of doing that. Let's go ahead and take the brush, or the marker, and we'll put it right onto, I'm going to use my glass mat here, but you can put it on like a palette or even a stamp block. So can you see that? They have a brush tip. I don't know. I mean, I know that in the title it says brush tip, but sometimes you might not think about that. All right, so I have some on my palette. I'm going to take some, and I'll take that on the Strathmore, and we'll see how we can get that. Okay, I like that. I like that too. That tends to go pretty smoothly. Now let's try it on the Bristol. Oh, that works out really well. So I guess in my opinion, the better option for the Bristol Smooth would be to put it on a palette and not do it directly on the paper. Whereas with the Strathmore and the Arteza, I think you could do both. Now I don't know how it would work if you decided to leave it on there for a few minutes and then try and work the paper. So let's go ahead and try that. I will put a little on the paper. We'll let it sit, and then we'll try and move it. Okay. In the meantime, let's do a blend out. So let's take this one, which is fairly close in color. This is the wine red, and then we have the grape purple. And let's see if we can get those to mix together. Doing brush to brush rather than trying to use the water brush. Let's see how we can do that. So let's put down some darker, this is the grape purple. And this is on the Bristol Smooth. And then I'm just going to take that, I'm going to blend that out. Okay, that works out pretty nicely. Let's try it on the Arteza paper. Okay, that works pretty well too. And let's do it on the Strathmore. And that seems to work pretty well there as well. All right, so that's nice. I like that about those, that you can blend those like that. All right, so let's see, they've been sitting for maybe 30 seconds or so. Let's see if we can get that to blend. You're definitely going to have harsher lines. There's the Strathmore. There's the Arteza. That has a harsh line too. And then, yeah, don't do that at all with the Bristol. So as you can see, that wasn't going to move much. All right. Let me wipe up this. And then we'll try a stamped image and see what we can do with that. Alright, so I'm going to use this stamp set from Brutus Monroe called Feathered Friends. This was in their May box, but you can buy that separately. And I'm just going to use the branch that is in here. Alright. Here, move it down just a bit. And we will use some VersaFine Onyx Black ink, which is a waterproof ink, which is obviously good for watercolor. And we'll stamp that on there. Now this is the Bristol Smooth, so it should stamp just fine. The other two might be a little bit more difficult, just simply because they have a little more tooth to them. So they are a little bit more textured. All right. So yeah, see, there is definitely some difference there as far as stamping goes. Okay, so that's not so bad. And now we will grab the Strathmore and do the same thing. Okay, that's not so bad. Okay. Alright. Alrighty. So we'll do the same sort of thing with these, except we will use the markers on an image. And we'll just grab a couple colors of green for the leaves, and we'll do both. So we will do the, you know, bring out the color with a water brush. Okay, so that's just using the water brush. We're going to bring that color out. That looks nice. That blended nicely. I like that. And that's on the Arteza paper. So let's go ahead and do it now on the Strathmore paper. Blends a little bit better. All right, let's try it on the Bristol Smooth. And then we'll do the, oh yeah, that doesn't work so well. Nope, I wouldn't do that. Once again, with the Bristol, I would definitely do like on your palette and bring it that way. All right, let's see if we can blend out using the two brushes and not using the water brush. So we'll start with the dark, and then we'll bring it out with the light. Yeah, that works. Same thing over here. Okay, yep, I like how that works on the Strathmore. And now we'll do it on the Arteza. All right, yeah, that's really pretty. Okay, well, I think we get the gist there. So I guess my overall thought process on these Arteza Real Brush pens is that they're really nice. I can see using them for all the card making that I do, or at least a lot of the card making that I do. And it's nice to have these references where, you know, how they work on the different papers. I would say that because Strathmore is, you know, less expensive, this is probably be the paper that I grab the most. But if I want to do a project that, I don't know, I just love the look and the feel of this paper more than the other two. And I think the Bristol Smooth is nice if you're doing your palette. I don't think it works as well to do it direct to paper, in my opinion. So that would be my my review of the Arteza watercolor or Real Brush pens. I have more Arteza stuff coming, but yeah, that is that. So I will have the products that I use linked down below. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave those down in the comments section below, and I will answer those as best I can, but I will be using these in future videos coming up. So, all right guys, thanks for watching. Bye.